I'm at 100%, but
Hello and welcome to NSK's PV Power Hour for September 1st. Oh my goodness, it's already September 2018. My name's Yoshi. This is a podcast about Japanese idols brought to you by NewSchoolKaidan.com. I'm joined as always by Charlie Dragon Kaidan. What's up, man?
not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot trademarked.
You know, just
So, you don't
work.
have a whole lot, but yep, I just got back from work. I usually don't work Saturdays, but because it was Labor Day weekend and I had a shipment that got delayed from yesterday, they're like, hey, you want to work tomorrow? I'm like,
No.
no, but when you ask me like that, and when we're backed up, I guess I have to. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm tired as hell, and I'm ready to relax and talk about some idols. You ready?
Sure.
You know what? Idols make me stressed now. I'm done. I'm just gonna watch people play games on Twitch.
They don't make me stressed, but there hasn't been a whole lot exciting this year.
Yeah. Uh, there was. It's just it felt like it was clustered in the beginning, or like for me it was like February, March, April was like good, I feel like. And then summers always suck for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And we're getting out of that now, so let's see if we can find some gems in here. First up, Empire SOS.
They look like they need help.
They definitely need help. Oh my goodness. What is this fetish torture contraption?
It looks like something out of like Thunderdome or something.
I've never seen Thunderdome, but I can picture like Mad Max torture machine.
Yeah. Yeah, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Okay, okay, it is a Mad Max movie. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So they're on this like not a crucifix, it's an actual X, and
Yeah.
they're strapped and chained onto this X that is on the back
Strapped
of
to a
a
car.
truck. I think
Actually, it's on the front.
it's in the front. Okay, um, and they have like what I imagine what Mad Max looks like in their cars, where they have like torn rags and flags
And
attached to like the
bones
side.
and
Yeah, it's just raggedy and dirty
yep.
and beat up.
Yep.
So the members of Empire are, I think they're in some shots. They're on the back of the truck. I see them on. It looks like the back of the truck. It looks like the what is it? The not the trailer hitch, but the bed.
Tailgate.
Yeah, it's like they're
The
on the
bed.
tailgate. I don't know if they're different cars, but some shots it looks like they're right on the tailgate, and some shots they are definitely in the front.
Yeah, maybe.
And
Uh,
I'm scared for their lives because if that thing malfunctions, they have no way to catch themselves because they're tied to that X.
yeah, there's only one that actually has like free movement of her arms. Well, no, I guess they all do.
Oh yeah, that's right. I see that they're grabbing it, but they're still
Yeah.
strapped in, right? Because
Yeah.
just in case their hands slip. So
Well, they're still chained up, but the chains have some play in it.
right. So let's say the X falls in their case forward. You're face planting
Yeah,
essentially, and
pretty much.
there's two huge pieces of wood right on your back, and that's not light. I don't think.
Probably not. That's
So
no, that looks like yeah, no.
seems dangerous as hell.
They are really strapped onto that too. There's like three or four straps on their legs. They've
Yeah.
got a safety harness across their chests that's
I
connected to it.
I don't know if I would be convinced to do that.
I don't think they're going that fast.
Still though, falling off from that height with no way to catch yourself, that seems scary.
Um, Speaking from personal experience, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have personal experience. I'm kind of a coward in that way, but if I'm
Uh,
being strapped on to something that has a chance of falling over while I'm moving on a vehicle suspended 3 feet, 4 feet above air, yeah, feels a little scary. But that's
I I was climbing out of the pickup, and we had a little step stool. It was one of those three-step little step stools.
mhm.
Well, I stepped onto it, and it tipped over, and I tipped out, and yeah, that happened yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. And this PV is essentially just that. They're just being driven throughout the quarry. The location is that it looks like that TGS, Rock You or Bish's Monster kind of quarry, just with a little
Yeah,
bit more greenery. But yeah, it's just this plain
looks
of
like
nothingness and mounds of sand.
yeah, it looks like it's the edge instead of the middle.
Yep. So that's it. This PV really doesn't have anything.
No, I mean they're dancing on the edge of the quarry too, and there's
That's
not that many dance shots in here.
no, it's mostly them being driven with the cars.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot.
Yep.
It's well shot, and they've obviously spent several hours shooting it because they have only had one truck.
Yeah.
So they had to shoot each person
Yep.
individually.
Yep.
So.
The song. Um, it's not typical whack. It's a little more subdued, but you can definitely feel that it has whack influences, melodically speaking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I guess it's not as doesn't have as many rock elements in it
It's
as
it's more
normal.
poppy. Yeah.
Maybe that's the issue with it. It's trying to be more poppy, but it just doesn't have the hook for it.
Yeah, it's kind of weak on the hook. It's definitely there are definitely it's like a slower punk song with a little bit more pop, and yeah, the hook isn't there really. It's okay. I hear it, but it's not great.
I listened to this and I'm like, there's nothing really objectionable I can find to it.
Yeah.
The vocals sound good, the instrumentals sound good, but it just doesn't catch me.
Yeah, this sounds like an album song, which this is a part of the Empire Originals mini album, so yeah, it feels like a filler kind of song, but not like a bad way. It's definitely not super good, but it's all right.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's just it's lacking that X factor, that punch to really grab you.
Yep.
And that's really the only thing I can say negative about it. I mean,
Yeah, everything else is fine. Like it's solid.
yeah.
The vocals aren't great because, that's not their thing, but they still sing in key somewhat and
I mean,
perform okay.
I didn't have an issue with the vocals. As
Yeah,
I
it's
watched this,
typical
I
whack
just
vocals, so
as I was watching this, I just had this thought of I'd love to see them try and do this live
yeah. With
on the
car,
truck.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be kind of awesome,
yeah.
record it just like that.
Yeah, I would love to see them try to do this live while they're doing, donuts and hitting dips and just to see how it would come out.
That would be hilarious. All right, anything else on this? It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, no, I don't have much on this one.
All right, rate it.
I would, yeah, it's a double shelf for me. The PV's borderline dump but it's not shot bad. It's super widescreen, which is kind of annoying, but beyond that, there's really nothing to lower it quite to that level.
All right,
shelf balls.
it's that typical. It's not bad, but it's not really good either. Kind of.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of replay value.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a double shelf for me as well. It's solid. It's okay. It's somewhat catchy. It's not great. But yeah, it's not bad. So that's all I can say about it. Um, yeah, so double shelf. It's probably the least objectionable thing that Empire's done, probably. So it's pretty straightforward. All right, that's Empire SOS. Not bad. Not bad. All right, next up. Get your dramas ready because we're going drama heavy tonight.
Oh,
We got another one coming up after this. This one's by RINGOMUSUME, Apple Girls, I guess. 101回目の Sakura. The 101st Sakura.
yeah. I don't know how exactly they would translate that.
It seems like it's the 101st time that the Sakura bloomed, kind of thing.
No, that is because they say that in the description.
Yeah.
Ringo Musume wishes that you will visit Hirosaki to see the beautiful cherry blossoms with your loved ones 101 or 102 times.
So
The beautiful cherry blossom, which has not changed in 100 years.
here's the thing. Cherry blossoms or Sakura, they don't blossom at this time of the year, I believe. So
No, I think it's over.
yeah, they usually bloom around April is usually the peak season. So I don't understand the timing. I've never heard of cherry blossoms blossoming in September, August, whenever you want to call this. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Oh God, this song is written by Tada Shinya, which we've talked about quite a bit.
Don't recognize the name right off, but
He wrote, oh God, we talked about him last week. I forgot what he wrote, but he wrote something last week, and he did Ponytail to Shushu and also
okay.
Full Pocket. I forgot what we talked about last week, but yeah. So I guess we can talk about the song, but it's a very typical ballad.
It's a little more choral or orchestral than I
Right,
think
yeah.
some of the other ballads. It's not your typical piano ballad.
It's not a piano ballad, sure, yeah. It's an
But
orchestral ballad, kind of.
yeah, it's very sentimental.
Yeah. That's all I could say.
Yeah, I mean, I just found myself kind of bored listening to this. And trying to remember if Ringo Musume was connected to Hello Project.
No, they are not.
It's like, that kind of name. And watching the conductor
Yeah.
in the video, but yeah, it's an orchestral ballad, very sentimental. Yeah,
Feels like a graduation song.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even go that far.
I think it is. It's like, hey, goodbye. Let's see you next time. That's how it feels like.
Yeah.
This
I don't
is
know.
this is stuff that I feel like Kiroro. I don't know if you remember that group. It's that duo where they did a lot of piano ballads. It feels like a song that they would do. It's just so like
That name rings a bell.
yeah. It's just so bland and it's just so straightforward pop that it's just not enough there for me.
Yeah.
It's not like a horrible song by any
No.
stretch of the imagination, but it's just so middle of the road and formulaic that I don't get excited about it at all.
Nah, no. I would skip right over this.
Yep.
I
The PV then. Let's talk about the PV. Is it more exciting than the song?
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
It's a short drama PV. It's short in
Sorta.
that it's not 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost the same length as the song.
Yeah.
Almost. There's like 30 seconds at the beginning and end,
Yep.
but
It's 5 minutes. It's essentially 6 minutes long.
yeah.
So yeah, which is typical for a song like this, I'd imagine. It is about this older gentleman. He's definitely like retirement age. He's definitely late 60s, early 70s, and he goes to visit the park where the members of RINGOMUSUME are, and he reminisces while he watches the cherry blossoms. And it takes him back to a time where he was, I guess, a conductor of an orchestra, and he kind of puts himself in in this imaginary world where he is probably younger and conducting the orchestra, and that's essentially the entire PV until the end, where he comes back to reality and a older woman shows up, which I assume is his wife or long lost love of some kind, and they walk away from the cherry blossoms.
Yep. And then there's shots of the members among the cherry trees and
Yep.
walking in the park, and that's the end.
It was weird because the way they showed his wife at the end, it almost seemed like, well, the beginning he's looking out the window of his house, right, and he looks like he's sad almost. So that kind of put me at a place where he went through a lot in pain and stuff, right? So I thought
Yeah.
when his wife showed up at the end, maybe she was a ghost. Maybe he was reminiscing about his love and his lost love because his wife died or something, and she came back as a figment of his imagination at the end or something. But it looks like it actually happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to connect everything.
Maybe it was his last job.
Yep.
Maybe because he's no longer a conductor anymore. I don't
Right.
know.
That's why he was like sad, I guess, in the
Yeah,
beginning.
maybe.
Okay. Yeah. That could
I don't know.
explain it. Yeah, I don't know either. It's really kind of
There's
confusing.
not a whole lot of storyline in this.
There really isn't. It's just him, because essentially the meat of the PV, he's conducting the orchestra.
Yeah,
And
there's not many plot points in this anyway.
no, and let's just say he's clearly not a conductor of any kind, because he's in tune. Because when you're a conductor, you're supposed to conduct in tune. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the song, right? He does it when he first becomes the conductor, but towards the end, where you see his back and you just see the Ringo Musume members facing front, he's completely out of tune, like out of time. So he has no idea what he's doing. He's just waving his arms at that point.
Yeah,
It's for me, it's jarring because I had to do some conducting work in high school. So
I did a little bit in like elementary school, but I could
yeah,
never keep time. So
that was essentially my job as a drummer, is keeping time. So
yeah, that's why I
I'm a
never played drums.
yeah, I'm a huge stickler for tempo and keeping tempo. So it was kind of weird. I could visually see it and go, okay, he's not even conducting in time. So okay, I
Yeah,
just said okay, whatever. It's clearly not a professional.
yeah, that was one of my biggest problems with music class. I never could keep time.
Yeah. Well, you if you put a lot of time into it, you can fix that. But if it's just like one class in elementary school, it's probably not enough time to
Yeah.
fix all that. So, all right. Anything else on this?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like the songs, I suppose it's good. I'll shelf them. I'll shelf both. I don't find anything majorly wrong with them.
Nothing bad for sure.
Yeah, they just make me want to go to sleep.
Yep. I 100% agree. It's fine. It's exactly what you think it is when someone tells you It's kind of like an orchestral ballady kind of song with cherry blossoms and feels like you're thinking of nostalgia and stuff like that. So it's exactly the music video and music that pops into your head is what this is. All right, so that's a double shell for me. That's RINGOMUSUME 101 Me no Sakura. And next up, X21 Destiny. Do you feel destined by watching this, man?
No. Nope.
What is so destiny about this thing?
The song? I don't know.
I don't even think the song is all that destiny-ish. It's a very straightforward idol pop song, which I did not expect X21 to do, actually.
Oh, that just kind of dawned on me. Isn't X21 normally the one that does like the sexier stuff?
Not necessarily sexier, but it's
More
they
mature?
do something. Yeah, they do something similar to Nogizaka. I feel like X21 was Avex's answer to Nogizaka.
Okay.
Because they happened right after Nogizaka, if I remember correctly.
Nogizaka does some straightforward pop,
Some
idol pop
right,
stuff.
some, but usually it's that I'm sad and there's a piano and violins kind of song. This is pretty straightforward idol pop.
Yeah, this is definitely more upbeat than that.
Yep. That's why I didn't really expect it from them.
Yeah, I would say that might be part of the problem with the song, is that it is very straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And just even some of the lyric choices are very straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the chance.
Mm-hmm. It's a typical, like, fight the power, get your chance.
Yeah, you can
for
do
tomorrow.
it.
Yeah,
Somebody...
dream on, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's fine.
I would say it doesn't quite fall into the AKB problems of the choral vocals.
It's close though.
Yeah.
I think you might as well. It might as well be in the same family.
I would say it's more Morning Musume, Hello Project.
No, I mean, for me, Hello Project, I can hear each solo line though. There's really no solo lines in this. It's always at least 2-3 people singing at the same time. So
yeah, that is true.
That's the issue for me.
But I would say they don't quite, harmonize or marginalize the vocals in the chorus when all of them are singing nearly as much as AKB does.
Sure.
Or AKS.
Yeah, sure.
It's more along the lines of what Hello Project does.
Sure. But the song is still, like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... I wouldn't skip it like I would the other two. But...
yeah, I think I'd still skip it. I'd skip the other two, probably. But, yeah, I would probably still skip this too. But, yeah, it's a pretty straightforward song.
I guess it would depend on what I was doing at the time.
Yeah. Sure.
I might skip it, but
it's upbeat. It's got energy. So if you want straightforward idol pop with energy, this is pretty good for that.
Yeah,
it's motivational. The PV. Wow, this PV might as well be a dance shop PV. What the fuck?
Yeah, couple locations,
but rooftop in a studio. That's it.
Well, rooftop, and it looks like a school or something. And a studio.
Yeah. It's... wow. It's a PV with a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
Yeah.
It's really cheap.
At least, with Hello Project, when I complain about Hello Project being stuck in, like, one studio, at least they have props in the back. There's nothing here. It's just some lights, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And that's only in the school or
the auditorium-looking place.
Venue or whatever place it is.
Yeah.
The place with the stage. Yeah. Can't really...
So plain and lame.
I guess they could put lights on the roof, but there wouldn't be much
No,
point.
I think the roof is fine because you see buildings and stuff, but like the
Yeah,
camera angles and the way it's edited, it's not dynamic enough, and they also don't show it enough too. I think
yeah.
so. I feel
Uh,
like it's very much a wasted PV just based on like how plain and like empty it feels.
I'm not even too sure that the solo shots are not shot at that venue
It might be.
because there's some blue walls in the background there that they could have easily used.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't that wouldn't surprise me.
But they also look like they have lines in them, and I can't tell if the ones in the solo shots do or not.
Yeah. Yeah, this just comes off really soulless and like not trying at all.
Yeah.
It seems like, hey, we were supposed to challenge Nogizaka for what, for that place of, we want to be that pure like lady like idol group that was missing. And then they came out, they're like, okay, we're here to fuck shit up, we're gonna be Avex's answer to Nogizaka. This just feels like they gave up.
Yeah.
It's not even trying. They're not trying at all.
Yeah.
They've conceded the defeat. Or the loss, or the victory to the victors. Yeah, it's just so lame.
I can't say I agree with this top comment here.
What is it?
Feels like an anime opening or Indian song.
I mean, every Japanese song at some point feels like an anime opening or ending song, so they're kind of right. But yeah, I mean, I agree. This isn't necessarily anime. All right, anything else on this? I don't want to
No.
poop on this too long.
I would. I'd shelf the song and dump the PV. There's nothing to this PV that makes me want to watch it.
Yep, same. Shelf the song, dump the PV. What a lazy PV with nothing in it. I'll change my tone if they release a follow-up saying, "Hey, this is the actual PV." But this apparently is the actual PV, so yep. Shelf and dump. All right, that's X21 Destiny. Next up, strap yourselves in. Hopefully you know some Russian because NGT 48 Sekai no Hitoe, we're going to Russia.
Yup.
What is it? Vladivostok? Vladivostok? Let me see. Vladivostok is the city, which is a very eastern city in Russia, and I double checked to see where it was in Russia, and I was once again reminded how big Russia is.
Really big.
Russia is fucking massive, and Vladivostok is a part of the peninsula. It looks like, and it looks like a port-side place and very close to Japan, which
Really?
makes sense. Yeah, they're right outside of the Sea of Japan, essentially.
Hmm. Okay. I didn't look up where it was.
So if you travel directly east, you'd reach Hokkaido, basically, and that's probably that's not a long flight. That's probably a couple-hour flight. It's not very far. So yeah, it makes
Well,
sense why they went there.
well, apparently it's Niigata's sister city.
That makes sense. There you go. There you have it. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, if you scroll through the page and a half or three of description with the entire cast in
Yes.
in
Yeah, that's a lot.
and the four versions of the CD and their entire track lists, it says down in English that it's directed by Ko, Ko, Koki Hisai or Hisei,
Yeah.
who won the Grand Prix Award and Audience Award for film festivals and some movie called Blanca.
Yeah, it's about Street Fighter. Yep.
And also not to be missed, the beautiful visuals of Niigata's sister city, Vladivostok,
Yep.
Russia.
That makes sense. That makes sense why they picked this place. So that's cool. There's some context to that.
Yeah.
I guess we could talk about what actually happens in this PV in Vladivostok. There is a girl, a Russian girl named Alina, who is sad. I don't know if she's actually sad, but she's
I
a she's a huge fan of Ogi no Yuka of NGT, and I don't
I
know.
have no idea. I was completely lost on what her whole character was.
Yeah, I don't really know like if she's struggling with anything, but from what I understood, she's just a huge fan of MGT. Definitely not in real life, but she's a huge fan of
Maybe.
NGT, and she's eating dinner with her dad, and her dad's like, "You really like Japanese idols, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, I wanna see him one day." And he's like, "Yeah, just close your eyes, keep dreaming, or whatever, right?" So that's what she does, and then Ogi no Yuka appears on her laptop, and she's like, "Close your eyes, keep dreaming, and it will happen." And then she gets transported onto the rooftop, and NGT is performing at a town square.
Edmura Shigana is not there.
Yeah, well, she's not NGT, so.
Yeah. No,
But
she
yeah,
could
wasted
be.
chance. Yes, wasted chance. Absolutely.
This is AKS we're talking about. She could be part of it,
Yeah,
GT.
I mean, for all we know, it could just be a one-time thing. Hey, we're going to
Yeah.
Russia. You want to be in it just because? Because why
I
not?
mean, her little sister appeared in French Kisses PV, so
Oh God, Jesus.
oh
Um.
boy, day something or other.
Okay, I never saw that PV, but okay.
I don't think I have either.
So that's essentially this entire PV is NGT performing in the town square in front of people of Vladivostok, and they're like kind of enjoying the town. They're at like a festival marketplace thing, and they're just having fun and stuff and dancing in random places around the city. And at the end, Alina is like, "Is this a dream?" And Ogi no Yuka's like, "No, it's not a dream." And she
Can I hug
realizes,
you?
yeah, oh, that's right. She's like, "Oh, can I hug you?" And Ogi no Yuka's like, "Yes, you can hug me." And then somehow Ogi no Yuka knows Russian because she's
Damn.
speaking Russian to Ogi no Yuka the entire time, and she's like, "Yes, you can hug me." Like she
Yeah.
understands.
Yeah, that part I found amusing. You know, they're speaking Russian and it's subtitled in Japanese, and
Yep.
then they're speaking Japanese in response to the Russian. It's like,
You know what?
okay,
You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember that SKE PV Honeycomb Lollipop?
yeah,
Remember that one kid who vaguely sounds Russian or maybe French? He has a European accent of some kind.
yeah,
And he's like, "Drina, you must save the people," or something like that. And then she's like, "So desu ka? Oh, okay desu." Like she's like talking to him in Japanese, and the kid understands her talking to him in Japanese while he's speaking to her in English. Like, if
yeah,
you understand English, just fucking speak English. I don't understand why they're speaking two different languages and answering in two different languages. Like
yeah,
it's so stupid.
yeah,
It's so dumb. But yeah.
yeah. It's okay, sure.
And Alina's dad in this PV. He's the best guy in this PV. He's like a
uh,
circus act of some kind.
I don't know.
Cause he has a monkey, he has a pet monkey, and then he's carrying a tiger
I think that's a leopard.
or a leopard, whatever.
No idea.
They don't really go into that at all, except for the part where they show a poster with him that looks like some kind of poster, advertising him as a performer of some kind with animals. But they don't really go into why or why they would show that essentially.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
have no idea.
he's totally holding a freaking leopard on his shoulders at the end. What
Yeah,
the hell?
he's a big guy,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's quite that big.
No, but it's hilarious. Just this chubby middle-aged man holding a freaking leopard wearing like pajamas.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to go for like the Siegfried and Roy kind of look.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it
It's
looks like to me.
it's all very, very weird.
It is very weird. And yeah, so at the end, her dad walks into her room because she's somehow transported back into her room um, right after NGT was performing. And her dad's like, hey, get some bread and eggs. And she's like, okay. And she goes to the, the marketplace. She buys milk and eggs or bread or whatever. And he's like, it's not a dream, it's real. And they hug.
There's just this like random deaf girl in there that I don't quite understand.
Right, what do you she does hand sign
Sign
language.
language.
Yeah, random. So random.
She's there in the during the concert too, but she's like sitting on a speaker or something.
Right, they don't like really focus on her.
Yeah, it's just
So it's random.
it's just yeah, it's random.
It's you know what? As ridiculous and stupid and pointless as the story is, I don't hate this.
I
It's too long. Don't get me wrong. 10
oh
minutes
yeah,
is
yeah.
way too long. I'm never going to watch this entire thing ever again. But for what I watched, I didn't hate it.
No, yeah, no, it's not. It's not bad. It's I actually there were definitely some aspects of it that I enjoyed. You know, they went to Russia. They actually show scenes of them experiencing Russian culture and doing dances and local local dances or whatever it is, but with the members, and then they have the concert in the square wherever, and so yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, 9 minutes and 11 seconds is way too long.
Yeah, it's too long. But yeah, I think there's plenty of goofiness and like ridiculous things about it that I don't hate it. It's pretty entertaining, I have to say.
So he's got a monkey when he comes in. He's got a parrot sitting on the chair.
The dad is the best.
And the mom, the neighbor.
No, it's the
Yell?
mom. Yeah, the
Yeah.
mom is yelling. The mom is not in this at all, except for the part where she yells.
Oh yeah.
Because Alina asks her dad, "Do you love mom?" And he's like, "Yes, I love mom. I love your mom," kind of thing. Like it's so weird, like why she doesn't like appear at all.
I don't know.
Clearly, the dad is the best thing. That's why.
It's very the dynamic of that is just weird.
It is very weird. But yeah, it's fun and goofy. I don't hate it for how long it is.
Well, I hate it for how long it is, but
I mean, like, yes, I wish it was condensed, but I've definitely hated 10-minute, 9-minute PVs.
oh yeah.
This one I don't hate. I think it's fine.
Well, the middle of it's not terrible. Like a
No.
lot of the drama PVs. Like
No, but even the ending and the beginning parts, it's just so dumb and goofy. Like it's not meant to be, I don't think. But like the dad being like this weird circus act with animals and stuff, and how this random deaf girl comes in and does sign language, and how Yuka's speaking to her in Japanese, but Alina speaks back to her in Russian, and it's just so random. Like I appreciate that.
and Ogino somehow can control the laptop.
Yes, she Russian hacks a Russian girl's laptop.
Yeah.
She hacks into her laptop. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's
Is that notepad? Did she somehow like plant the video in a notepad? It looks like a notepad icon. But it's not, I guess. But yeah, I think this PV's fine.
I don't know what that is.
Yep. All right,
Yeah.
the song. The song, real quick.
Oh, I gotta get to it first.
I like this song. I don't, I'm not in a rush to put on a playlist or anything, but
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. I think it's catchy. It's that happy clap, like, hey, easy go lucky, let's have a fun time. It's not like a party song, right? But it's just
No.
like, hey, clap your hands, we're all nice to each other, let's get along kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's catchy.
Yeah, it's fairly catchy. I didn't have a problem with the song, but then the drama happened and I kind of forgot what the song was.
Yeah, I mean
Which,
that's the issue with it being so long. If it wasn't so long, you'd still have an idea what the song sounds like.
yeah.
But like this from the start and everything, it's a really quick intro, goes straight into the verse, and it's really catchy. The melodies are really easy to replicate in your head, for me at least, and I think this is a really good song to kind of sing along with.
Yeah, it's good. I won't say it's the one I enjoyed the most tonight, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Um,
I think this song might be the most enjoyable song for me tonight.
Maybe I still have to laugh at this video when they do the freaking dance battle in the subway.
Yeah.
They're like, you girls aren't that good. You
Definitely
ain't gonna
not
win that.
definitely not against like some random street dance team that
Yeah,
actually like does professional dancing or something.
yeah,
And they're all break dancing and shit and doing crazy moves.
yeah.
And Nogi's not Nogi's like NGT's like, hey, we're just gonna put our hands behind our backs and do this hand thing, and that's it. What's up? What's up?
Yeah. No.
Wow, there's a dude that's like spinning on his head. Not that there is in this PV, but they might as
Could have
well.
been.
Yeah, because they're all doing breakdance moves. So
Um, yeah. But yeah, it's an upbeat, catchy song. I enjoyed it.
yep,
It's
it's good. All right. Anything else on this?
no.
Rate it.
I would. I'd probably shelf the PV. If I cut the drama out to like 3.5 minutes it takes to get to the song. I guess it's about 3 minutes. It's too long anyway. And
Yep.
then I don't know how long it is at the end. What the song stops at like 6:30. No, almost 7 minutes, and then you got to go another 2 minutes.
Yep.
If I cut that out, I'd probably playlist the PV. But with it, I'd shelf it. The song I'd playlist it. It's borderline, but I'd playlist it.
Yep.
I could see myself listening to it.
Yep. I think this is a good song. I'd playlist it as well. And yeah, the PV's a shelf for me. It is definitely well shot. I wish the colors were a little more vibrant. It's definitely toned down. Definitely gray looking, which, could be the location, but it just looks very gray and fuzzy, which I'd rather it be crisp and clear. So, I mean, depends on the location, the lighting, whatever. But yeah, it's too long. The drama, I understand it's setting up, how Alina and, how she gets hacked by Oginuyuka at the end. Like, I get why they need to set that up, but it took way too long.
Yeah.
All right. So that's NGT48. Sekai no Hitoe. To the people of the world. Next up, Gang Parade. Our second whack of tonight. Can't Stop.
This one's got a few more issues than Empire.
In what, visually or music wise?
Music.
Okay, so let's go into the music.
A little more, maybe not so much visually, but there's issues there too, I suppose. Yeah, it's too repetitive for me. Which I guess in some ways fits the visuals. But yeah, I don't know. The verses are just a little too repetitive for me. it bugs me, and I just find myself zoning out listening to it.
Hmm. I'm not in love with this song either. I actually still don't really know how I feel about the song. I think this is like my third time listening to it because I haven't really had the chance to listen to this all that much. Um, I think I would equate this to like You'll Melt More. It's kind of got that lazy indie rock kind of feel to it. So I
Yeah.
think that would be the closest comparison to it. So it's not like your typical in your face gang parade where they're like, usually in your face about themselves. But
Yeah.
this one is very subdued and a little more melodic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a fairly catchy song. I think it's gonna take more listens for me to really, really like the song, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't find this song catchy. In that regard, it is very similar to Empire. I find the music's, it's good. The vocals are good, but I don't find it catchy. Um, and maybe the repetitiveness does fall off. It's just that first verse, but yeah, it just doesn't do it for me.
hmm Yeah, I think the chorus is pretty catchy. I don't, I'm not blown away by it, but I think it's got a good hook.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. Let's talk about the PV then. There's definitely more stuff going on in the PV.
yeah,
Um, wow. This PV is supposed to be like a compilation raw footage kind of thing, right? In terms of documentary footage.
no, the news clips.
Yeah, the news clips, Reuters clips, and stuff like that, where it's like people riding, Animal Planet, whales, um, plants, and flowers, and people and stuff, right?
Don't understand all that, but yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
so they've done something like that before, right? Feel like Gang Parade has done something like that, where it's just a lot of footage
They
of
could have,
not
yeah.
Gang Parade in it. So yeah, and I think that what they're trying to do is be like, hey, we're kind of like the previous song that we talked about, Sekana Shitoi, where it's like, hey, people of the world, let's hold our, hands, we're all human, let's get along, kind of thing.
Mm, I guess.
That the reason why I think that way is because in the beginning, right? The members are they walk into a red wall, right? And they
Yeah,
have their head leaning against a wall. They're trying to walk past the red wall like zombies, but they can't
yeah.
because there's a wall in front of them. And then
It's
there's
like,
clips of like people protesting. So like the first thing I thought of is like the Berlin Wall, where it's like, hey, tear down this wall kind of thing. And then, because before the wall is torn down, the members look like zombies, literal zombies. They look expressionless, emotionless. But after the wall is broken down, they're all happy. They're walking, they're holding hands and getting along. And, the wall is just debris in the background at the end. So
yeah,
I feel like they're trying to tell like, the theme is unity and another reason why I feel that way is because they're wearing like rainbow colors and I can't help but think like what those colors represent,
yeah.
and they're trying to be like, hey, we are, we're all about everyone, we're trying to celebrate everyone here, just humans in general.
Yeah, I guess I can somewhat see that, especially with some of the English text that shows up during the various shots. Um, there is definitely some shots in there where they've got various messages that show up outside the lyrics.
Right, yeah, they're not the lyrics for sure.
Um,
It's all like motivational kind of things, like stuff you'd see people tweet because some smart person said it 100 years ago.
yeah, yeah. They're various quotes, and the last one is, "The world is much smaller than we believe."
Yeah.
Um,
That I would love to believe it, but I don't.
I mean,
I want to. I want to give people the faith, but from what I've seen around the
the,
world,
the world is smaller, but as it becomes smaller, we find out that we pretty much all have the same issues.
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you meant smarter. But
No,
yeah, no, yeah, that's true. It's just like we're all so connected now, with the internet and stuff. So
oh yeah,
yeah, which
but
makes sense.
I had a different viewpoint on the wall. I kind of thought of it as you're butting heads with a wall or opinion or person or whatever. It's trying to walk through a brick wall, trying to talk to a brick wall.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know where else to go with that, but that was kind of the view I had of it when I first saw it.
Yeah, I think it just preaches like being a good person, and an overcoming obstacles kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the message with the song and the PV. So I think this is the most meaningful thing they've done, like in terms of just impact on society and like their meaning of like what they're doing.
Actually having meaning.
Yeah, not just hey, we're just gonna go to like Taiwan and just do fake kung fu moves.
Yeah. Uh, I think Whack is pretty good about uh, throwing out random imagery and kind of going, "What's it mean?"
Right,
Because you don't know.
right. There's usually some meaning, Not that I
Yeah,
can decode it every time, but there's probably always something.
yeah. I've heard a lot of people say that that's just random images. There's no meaning behind it, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I say that a
That's
lot, but this one actually looks like there's meaning, like the wall and stuff.
yeah,
It looks like there's definitely something there in terms of just getting not being able to get over that wall, and once that
yeah,
wall's torn down, you can.
yeah,
That's it looks like it has meaning, and I think the raw footage that they used of Animal Planet and National Geographic, I think definitely highlights that.
yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's way deeper than I looked into it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't really find myself wanting to watch this.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it's definitely not the most interesting PV. I just think it's well done for what they're trying to accomplish. I get it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wish maybe they destroyed the wall in a more meaningful way, like something a little more goofier.
yeah.
Like they punched it or they blew it up with a bazooka or a grenade or something.
Instead, it just kind of falls apart.
Right, it just automatically, like by itself, falls apart, which
Yeah,
is kind of anticlimactic.
yeah.
All right, anything else?
No,
All right, rate it.
I would. I'd shelf both. Um, yeah, I don't see myself revisiting this, but then I don't revisit most of the Whack family, so that's not surprising.
I think I've this song has definitely grown on me. I've listened to it like 4 or 5 times now. I'm gonna playlist it. Cautiously playlist it. I think it's definitely catchy, and I think there is a time and place for it. It is definitely subdued, but it's still really catchy, and I like the feel of it. And it's kind of fresh. It's refreshing to see Gang Parade do a song like this. So, and PV, yeah, Shelf. I like the meaning. I like what they're trying to preach and stuff, but it's definitely not the most interesting PV to watch. So that's Gang Parade. Can't stop. Next up, rapid fire. So we're gonna quickly go over these. These are short PVs. So, first up is Tamura Meimi. Summertime.
I would say this is already catchier than most of the stuff this week.
I, I would say sure, but
Yeah.
this is just like, hey, remember when Ariyasu Momoko went solo?
Hmm.
And then it was just like, oh, this is pretty straightforward.
I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, I guess it is, but this is much more like a Little Glee Monster
Yeah,
sound.
this is definitely LGM. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that sound to it that is very iconic, I guess, for them. But it's not what I would consider a typical pop sound.
It is pop for sure. But yeah, it's the more Glee chorus kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's very much, it feels like a musical number for sure,
yeah,
which is what she's going for. So it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah, and her vocal work is really good. It's pretty catchy. So, yeah.
yeah. It's fairly catchy.
Yep. And the PV, not really much going on in this PV.
Not a whole lot. She's looking at the sun in some shade. She's walking around a park or something. Looks like there might have been a water gun or a hose at one point.
And she's dressed
And
like she's from the 50s.
yeah, yeah, that rainbow striped white dress.
That specific cut of that dress, is so 50s to me, where it's like calf
Ah,
length and then cut off shoulder sleeves and the collar and stuff, and then the cachucha that she's wearing is looks hella 50s to me.
I would say possibly more 60s.
Sure, like somewhere in that time, yeah.
I think 50s would have long sleeves.
Sure. Yeah, it's in that era, in those decades, for sure. It's that, like, hey, polka dot boom, right? It's like
Yeah,
back when they were all wearing dresses of this shape and polka dots.
yeah.
Which I
I
feel like polka dots should come back. I think polka dots are pretty dope, so.
yeah. I guess that's a fountain she's in.
Yeah, it looks like a water fountain area.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. She's just like frolicking and having fun, smiling at the camera, and that's all it is. There's no props
Yep.
or anything, so, and that's
Nope.
all she's doing.
There's no storyline,
No.
you know. Although I think it's a little late for summer PV.
Yep. A little bit.
At least here it is. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep. It's not bad.
Um, from what I've heard, I would I'd playlist the song. I think. Um, I'd probably shelf the PV. Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything different for the rest of the song.
No.
So I think I'd shelf it. I don't think I could watch her running around this park that
Anymore.
many times.
Yep. Same. Yeah, double shelf for me. Wait, did you give your ratings? Sorry.
Yeah, I had playlist for the song and
Okay.
shelf for the PV.
All right. I'm double shelf for me. I think the song is catchy, but it's just so straightforward and like last week's song was a little more off kilter and different.
Mm.
This song is just too straightforward. Like feels like Little Glee Monster for some reason, so. All right. Yeah, it's Tamura Meimi Summertime, and last but not least, last rapid fire here, Yoshida Rinne. Song's called "Find Me." Find me.
I I don't like this.
Song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it reminds me a lot of Me and uh stuff, and the guy from Claudia Irony
Mm-hmm.
that writes that,
Right.
especially that upper backing synth, that sound
Mm-hmm.
that's in there. I I really don't like hearing that. And yeah, this song just doesn't do it.
I think the song takes elements of what's really popular right now. I listened to radio hits today because I just felt like listening to the radio for some reason because I was working on a day I usually don't work. So I was like listening to radio, and a lot of the stuff is it sounds like this in terms of just instrumentally. It's a lot of it's elements of trap, it's elements of house music, tropical house. It like kind of combines all of that, and that's current pop, at least Western pop. And I feel like this is exactly what the producer wanted to do.
Yeah, maybe,
I I think I'm the
maybe.
exact opposite. I actually like the instrumentals. I think it's fun and it's catchy, but I think the vocal melodies I don't think are catchy at all. I don't know what the melody is that I should sing along with. But I really like the instrumentals. It's got a really specific tone to it, and yeah, really catchy for me. But yeah, the vocal work itself just melodically not catchy at all for me.
Yeah, yeah. The vocals are very Rene.
Maybe she like combines like rap and singing,
Yeah,
which it's unique, and I like. I always like the music that she does. They're never catchy. It's sort of like, oh god, I'm thinking of a group that always does that, where it's like I really like the sound, but I don't find it catchy. God, yeah, that's just how I feel. Just I really like the feel, atmosphere, what they're going for, but it's not catchy at all.
yeah. She's done a couple songs early on that I liked.
Hmm.
Um, I can't think the name of them right off, but most of the stuff she's done, yeah. I really like her voice. I like the tone and
Yep.
the quality of her voice.
Hmm.
It's a very unique sound, but yeah, in this song, it just doesn't do it for me.
Yep.
Of course, I think she's also got a different record label now.
No. But she always does stuff like this in terms of
Yeah,
it's never straightforward, right? It's always got some kind of element to
yeah,
it that's different than regular pop. So yeah,
yeah,
I think like feel wise, atmospherically, I love it. Just I don't think it's catchy at all.
yeah,
The PV, it's like her in her room, and then she leaves her house and goes outside.
yeah. And takes her phone with her,
That's it.
and yeah, she's just walking around and
That's it.
goes to
Goes
a
to the
park,
park. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Essentially.
lays on the slide.
I mean, to be fair, it is a minute and 30 seconds that we're judging off of, so maybe she goes somewhere, crazy in the second half of this song, but I doubt it. It's probably just
I,
gonna be her
yeah,
walking around the night city.
yeah. It definitely isn't going to be her riding a pink bike with bling and tons of money.
Yeah, and then she just runs into like some kind of racing club circle and like fights people. Like that's what I want, but
But she did a PV like that where she was like Yakuza boss or something.
oh really? Yeah, that's
Yeah, she was riding around on an actual bicycle that was like pink and loads of cash and jewelry. And
yeah.
I think she had one of those money guns.
Mhm.
That wasn't a bad song. I can't
Yep.
remember the name of it now though.
Mhm.
But yeah, that wasn't a bad song. Yeah, I would probably shelf both. Maybe even dump the PV depending on the rest of it, but yeah, the song I would definitely shelf.
Yep. Double shelf for me. I really like the feel of the song, but I don't come away with the melodies. So maybe I just need to listen to it more. But yeah, right now, it's not enough for me. PV, yeah, it's just pretty bare bones, just her walking around the city. So not much going on there. I'm gonna double shelf. All right, that's Yoshida Rinne. Find me. All right, go find her. Jeez, with the next exclamation point. So she's like, find me. All right, jeez, give me a chance here. All right, that's all the PVs we're gonna talk about tonight. Let's pick the MVPV of the night, the most valuable promotion video. Who you got, man? Top two. Give me your top two, man.
Uh, uh top two. I think initially when I watched these, I was considering Empire, but that one just talking about that one kind of eliminated it. I'd probably go with NGT and maybe Gang Parade.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think same for me. It's NGT and Gang Parade, and then Empire is third, I think, and then
Yeah.
like Tamura Meimi somewhere in there after. So what's your number one then?
I would have to go with NGT.
Yep, same here. It was solid. Both things were solid. I think the only complaints we had were that the PV was too long,
Yeah.
right? And everything else was fine, like the story and production and the ideas were fine. So
The story kind of made sense.
yeah, it made sense and it was goofy in a good way. So
It
yeah.
wasn't like SKE's or AKB's J's drama PV, which was just boring.
Oh yeah. I feel like that was still. I still feel like she should be an alien at the end. I think that would be cool.
Or graduating.
No, aliens more interesting than they're graduating. Like graduation, they're gonna graduate at some point. So
Yeah.
all right, yeah. So congratulations to NGT48 Sekai no Hitoe. They are the MVPV of the night. And don't forget, we stream every Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/New School Kaidan and youtube.com/New School Kaidan. You can follow us on Twitter at New School Kaidan and Draco at Draco60 and me at Yoshi Rect. And we have a Discord server at discord.me/NSK. Anything else, Draco?
No, that's it.
All right, that'll do it for the show. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.